course. Yeah, so today we are going to be doing something new, actually, for me. I am going to be talking about a legendary creature from Magic the Gathering and how it works in Commander. What decks it goes in, what archetypes you build around, and some of the key cards of certain archetypes. I have a EDA trick pulled up to help with that, because I'm not good at remembering card names of cards I don't own. Though I think I do own a fair amount of these. Just too lazy to look for them. So I don't know what I want to call this. I'm going to give this a name and make it its series. Like a series of it. And I honestly need help with the name. But today, if you have any suggestions, could you comment them? I'm kind of out of them. Out of ideas. I don't have any. Today we're talking about Atraxa, Praetors Voice. Atraxa is every color but red. So it's a what? Green, white, blue, black. Has there mana cost? I'm looking at this backwards. I got that right. Looking at it backwards from you guys because that camera works. It's a 4/4. Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink. In that order. Again, I'm doing good. At the beginning of your end step, proliferate. Choose any number of players or permanents with counters on them. Put an additional one of those counters on them. Yeah, so this card's nuts. There's a reason for Atraxa having, how many decks was it on EDA Trick? 5,293. That's a lot of decks. That may be the most decks of any commander on EDA Trick. I honestly don't know that for certain. There are too many to check. Too many legendary creatures. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so what most people build around with Atraxa is the Proliferate honor because, duh. And Proliferate doesn't care about what kind of counter, it cares about counters. The most common type you're going to find is a Super Friends deck, which revolves around Planeswalkers. These cards are not organized, so I'm just going to tell you archetypes and tell you some cards, what they would go in, and blah 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 blah. Just go through a couple cards that I think are interesting and worth noticing, and try to get to that 10-minute mark. No shame. No shame for saying it. Yeah, so Super Friends, you get those Planeswalkers to their ultimates, then you do their ultimates, and powerful stuff happens. Powerful stuff. Or, there's also Infect, which is not as good as Super Friends. Because Infect already has a hard time of winning, because it has to alone deal 30 damage, 10 to each player, and the moment someone stabilizes, it's really hard for them to win. It's not impossible, as you can see on some gameplay videos. It's not impossible for Infect to win a game. You just have to jump through a couple extra hoops. If your creatures are small, and the moment they stabilize, you really don't have good attacks. Oh yeah, I should really say what Infect is, shouldn't I? So Infect is an alternate way of losing. So when a creature with Infect deals damage to you, instead of dealing damage, you get that many Infect counters. So let's say a 1/1 with Infect attacks me while I'm at 40. I stay at 40, but I have an Infect counter. When I get to 10 of those, I'm dead. Yeah, it's not fun. Not a fun way to lose. I've never died to Infect before. I mean, I haven't been playing that long. What, 2 years now? Almost 2 years. It's already been that long? Dang. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk about some cards that you're probably going to put in any build of Atraxa, because they just are good cards. So I'm going to put Atraxa down. We have Astral Cornucopia. It's XXX, 3X. It enters the battlefield with X charge counters on it. Tap it, choose a color. So you tap the card, choose a color, add a mana to your mana pool for each of the chosen color for each counter on it. And, you can do it for one. Atraxa makes it larger. This comes into charge counters. Yes, I honestly forgot those existed. So that goes in any build of Atraxa just because it's ramp. And Atraxa can generate you more mana with that, which is never a bad thing. Let's see, what else we got? Tezzeret's Gambit. 3 and a Phyrexian blue, so it can be played with a blue mana or 2 life. Draw 2 cards, then proliferate. We already talked about what proliferate is. I haven't even read this card yet, actually. Deep Glow Skate. 4 and a blue for a 3/3. What just appeared on my screen? For a 3/3 fish. Fish tribal. Just kidding. When it enters the battlefield, double the number of each kind of counters on any number of target permanents. So... Oh, so it's like a one-time doubling season for things that are already on field. Oh. It's actually really good. Oh, yeah, that's why it's $7. Yep. Yeah, that card's actually really good. Now, I haven't read this one yet. Give me... Yeah, that one's pretty good. Crystalline Crawler is one I just want to talk about personally. Has Converge. On his battlefield with a +1/+1 counter for each color mana spent to cast it. You remove a +1/+1 counter from it, add 1 mana of any color in your mana pool. Spend 4 different colors of mana to cast it, because it is a 4-drop. It comes with 4 counters. You can remove all 4 counters, and you can cast Atraxa. Or you can tap it to add a counter. I should mention its base power is a 1/1, so it's never going to die. Unless, except for removal, but that's different. Oh yeah, this card. Doubling Season. Oh, do I need to say what it is? Oh yeah, it's 4 and a green for an enchantment. Yeah, that's all it is. It doesn't do anything else. Card's not broken at all. I mean, it also does this other thing. If you were to create 1 or more tokens, you put twice that many tokens, but plenty of cards do that. Parallel Lives does that. Anointed Procession. I don't remember the wording. I have a computer right here. What am I doing? I have to freaking go to the website though. But it also has this thing: if 1 or more counters would be placed on a permanent you control, you double those counters on the permanent instead. So basically, the way that gets played most of the time is with planeswalkers with busted ultimates. Like, for example, why are they at the bottom of the list? Who put them at the bottom of the list? Let's go with... I don't know. What do you think? Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. The new Teferi, who has a -8. He comes in with 4. So if you have Doubling Season now, because he's going to get 4 counters, now he has 8. He ultimates the moment he comes in. And then you get to exile a non-land permanent every time you cast a spell, I believe. Oh, a permanent! Not non-land. Ugh. Ugh. That's actually evil. Yeah, that's the most common thing you see with Doubling Season. One of the other best cards I'm looking at right now is Shalai, Voice of Plenty. 3 and a white for a 3/4. It's an angel with flying, and it's a legendary creature. You, planeswalkers you control, and other creatures you control have hexproof, but Shalai herself does not have hexproof. Little issue, but she gives everything else hexproof, except your artifacts, enchantments, and lands. Yeah. But she also has this activated ability for 4 green, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That definitely goes in a +1/+1 counter build of this deck. I want to show you guys what the cards look like, but it's difficult. I think I only want to talk about a couple more cards for this deck. Leave the rest up to the imagination. Pop. What? Why is that no? I hate updates. Where is it? Here we are. I can't pronounce this name. Boreal of the Whole Clade. Can I click on it? Show it to you? I'll give you a rough look of what this one looks like. You gotta be kidding me. Can I make the image bigger? This is what I get for not planning out ahead of time. Really could actually. Realistically. Okay, so basically it's 1, a green and a blue for a 1/4 human merfolk. Yeah, human merfolk. That's not strange. It is from Ravnica. So it has an activated ability, a green and a blue, tap, double the number of kind of counters on a target, artifact, creature, or land. So you double the amount of counters on your creature, your land, your artifacts, whatever you want. So the last card I want to talk about. Probably. Not really. We also have Toothy, Imaginary Friend. 3 and a blue for a legendary illusion. Has partner with peer, Imaginative Rascal. Yeah. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Toothy. Whenever Toothy leaves the battlefield, draw a card for each +1/+1 counter on it. Reminds me of that one. Oh, I forgot the name of it. Basically, I think it's whenever you draw a card, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Whenever it leaves play, you create a 1/1 blue token for each +1/+1 counter on it. The card's awesome. That's Toothy is really good, actually. I feel like this Impier could be a Simic deck of its own right. That could be another episode of this, which is completely fine by me. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Oh wait, there is one more for a +1/+1 counters built that I keep forgetting exists. It's a Herald of Secret Streams. It's from Ixalan. It's a 2/3 for 4. Creatures you control with a +1/+1 counter can't be blocked. I guess. So if you're running a +1/+1 counter deck, you're going to put it on all your creatures, and then none of them can be blocked, and you can win easier. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do for this. All I want to talk about. Yeah. If you want to see more, you can go to edhrec.com. edhrec.com. And just look at it yourself. I'm just here to talk about it a little bit, give you my opinion. So the card's really good, don't get me wrong. The proliferate's great and all, but I feel that the card is overrated. I just feel like it is. Like the moment someone sees it, they're like, oh, you must die, but I think you can win against this deck without killing them outright at the moment you see the card. That's my opinion though. Oh yeah, Atraxa can actually go in other decks. Any 4 or 5 color deck that you see. A lot of 4 color decks run over just because in this color. What's this even called? It's named after, I believe, the nymphs from some set. Witchmaw. Witchmaw is this color combination. Every color but red. Yeah. She can actually go in any 5 color deck as well. Probably at her best is in a Ramos deck, if you wanted to put her in the deck. Because then the proliferate and being 4 color does matter due to Ramos getting a counter for each color in her spell. That's 4, and then proliferate puts the 5th counter on Ramos so he can do his thing. That's really good. If you have like a Vidal Canori or Leyline of Anticipation out, you can definitely work with that. Get the 10 mana and do whatever you want. That sounds fun, actually. I should put that in my... Why isn't this in the Ramos list I'm working on? It is now. It is now. I can tell you that much. Yeah, Atraxa is a okay commander. I don't think it's a bone-chilling commander that you kill the player the moment you see the card. But it definitely does have its place in the format, and it is powerful. It is it's one of the most popular commanders as far as I know. 5,000, over 5,000 decks on EDH Rec. A lot of decks. Yeah, so I do want to do this more often though. I really do. And I want to give you guys a vote between 3 different commanders I can talk about. We have a Thantis the Warweaver, Kumena Tyrant of Orazca, and Grand Lord Rada. Each one of them are fun build-arounds, and I want to talk about them. That looks like a dark blue on camera. Yeah. That's pretty much all I have for this video. See you guys tomorrow, because I'm trying daily uploads again. I don't know why. I don't think I can handle it. But let's try it anyway. Tomorrow I do want to talk about standard for a little bit, though. We'll cross that bridge tomorrow, though.